We are at the Innovate Australia Summit here today, and today's topic is Show Me the Money. And it's quite an interesting topic because we've had people from all sorts of different backgrounds, people from ICO background talking about blockchains and future technology, and some from a tax background talking about the different tax systems and the different incentives for innovative ideas and R&D. Peter, what inspired today's summit?
Actually, I cannot take a credit. Charlie Gunningham actually inspired the summit we were talking about. Charlie had been helping us, and he was twice already. He was MC at our events. And we were talking about we're going to do another event, and that was Charlie's idea actually. So he said, yeah, why don't we do Show Me the Money? You know, so he came up with the title as well, and he suggested a few speakers that were on the panel.
Talk to me, Charlie, what are you excited about doing here?
Well, Bass, I work on something called the Accelerating Commercialisation Program. It's a federal government program, $484 million, so it's actually one of the biggest venture capital funds in the country, but it's run out of Canberra. I'm one of two representatives here in WA.
It's fantastic, yeah. We had gathered the right people talking about how to get the money, how to deal with the taxes, and also the cherry on the cake. I think it was the story that one was telling about the blockchain, and that's also something that I personally believe also is going to be very prevalent very soon. Funding and money and dealing with money and taxes, it's established technique, established strategy. When you're talking about blockchain, we start looking at the future, in fact, an immediate future, and blockchain is the future, and the technology that will be involved in it is amazing. It's already amazing, and it will be even 10 times more very quickly. Yeah, I can't wait to see it happening.
Do you find that this day and age people are understanding and getting to know what blockchain is and ICOs are?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a misconception in the space. Unfortunately, a lot of the ICOs have been related with scams and illegal activities, let's say. However, there is an underlying technology there which is called blockchain that's actually allowing for great innovation in several industries. The token generation events that have been performed by companies building actual infrastructure, protocols and innovation, that they're really an evolution of what we saw in the 90s with the creation of the internet and protocols like email protocols like POP3 or IMAP, and then you have companies like Google or Yahoo building on top of those protocols. I think the innovation that they bring to the table, when you look, for example, at Bitcoin is just an open source protocol that allows for the transfer of value between one party and another. The innovation that comes with it is far greater than the actual risk of the potential scams that have come with some of the ICOs.
Greg, what are you talking about today?
So I've been working with a guy called Tony Peacock who runs the Cooperative Research Centres Association in Canberra, and we're worried about there not being enough CRCs led out of WA. Makes the whole CRC thing look a bit East Coast dominant, and so I've been helping him over the last few years to try and get more CRCs established in Western Australia, and we've had some successes, but there's a lot more we'd like to do. So I'll be talking a bit about what it takes to get a cooperative research centre, or a new thing called a cooperative research centre project, established, and hopefully get more interest here in WA.
I'm here with Cheryl Frame. She was one of the speakers at the Innovate Australia today. What can you tell us about some of the messages you shared today?
Well, I think the messages today is that there is government funding available. It's there to help innovative companies. All the different programs, and there are a myriad of them, have their own prerequisites on eligibility and the way things are assessed. Generally, they're long processes, so we encourage people to come and talk to us. The advisors are there to help them to make those introductions. And really, when a company is starting out, there are only two things that they need. They need money to help them commercialize their technology, and they need customers. And the other thing we're able to do is to really open doors for them. If a new company, a small startup, goes and knocks on the door of Rio or BHP of this world, they're unlikely to give them any time of day. If they come through our programs, there's a fair amount of due diligence that we've done on them. So we take in a qualified pipeline, and we're able to open the doors, not just in Perth, but around the world.
Well, that's all for Innovate Australia today, and what an incredible day it's been with so much information. I'm Bass Tadros for Undercurrent.